hope I am. This is the first time I'm going to be recording my podcast, that's the word I'm looking for, via Twitch, because there's so many buttons. I can share my screen, it's great. But today I'm going to be discussing the latest in the Corey Richins murder case. You may have heard of it, you may not. By the way, please let me know if you can hear me okay in the chat. I'm not entirely sure what my sound levels are going to be like. So could you please just let me know if they're okay? And I'm going to assume they are and continue talking unless you tell me different. So as I said, this is about the Corey Richins case. I've done a whole what's the word called? Playlist. I've done a whole playlist on this. Oh, but don't know what happened there. I've done a whole playlist over on my YouTube channel where I covered it from the moment it was announced about Eric Richins' alleged murder. There's a whole lot going on. But so Corey Richins has been arrested for the alleged murder of her husband Eric via poisoning. She was the only person in the house apart from their kids at the time when he died. It's alright, my brain stops now and again. It's the medication I'm on. She was the only person in the house, so therefore she has been arrested. She was denied bail, but she is innocent until proven guilty. We do have to be careful because their children may see some of these videos. But in all of that, not just the murder case, there are civil cases going on. There's a couple suing Corey for a house that she sold them, saying that there was mould, etc. everywhere. That's going through court. They want her to pay for the health costs that it cost them in order to, because of the mould, they got various health issues, had to go get medical, so they want her to pay for the medical bills. This lighting is awful. I'll try and fix that next time. And that's one. And hang on, let me get this right. Corey is suing Eric's family because they have received the money from the insurance following his death. And his family are suing Corey because she made money from a book about grief after he died. It's all very complicated, but the latest thing, let me just Luke. So I'm going to go through the latest. Oh, I've pushed a button. There we go. So, latest one. So, Corey has lost the first stage of the latest civil case. I'm going to go through it. This is from their local news. It's in, as you can see, if you can see where my cursor is, it's Utah, KPCW. Eric Richins' family, not Corey, gets insurance money from Eric's business, the court says. So this is the latest in a whole series of various different issues. I believe she didn't turn up to this one. She's otherwise engaged in prison, jail, whichever one it is. So, a judge handed the family of the late Eric Richins a partial victory Thursday afternoon. A court ruled Thursday that the family of the late Eric Richins will benefit from his business's life insurance policy, not his wife Corey, who is charged with his murder. Thursday's hearing was about who controls Eric's business interest in C&E stonemasonry. He had a $2 million buy-sell agreement with his business partner and set up a trust as the beneficiary. That means whoever controls the trust gets the $2 million from his business partner, who then takes over Eric's share of the business after his death. Oops. Eric's will states his sister would take over the trust if he died, but prosecutors say Corey didn't know that. They further allege that as she didn't know about the trust, Corey logged into the buy-sell agreement and attempted to make herself its beneficiary 2 months before Eric died. The life insurance company notified Eric and his business partner, and Corey was removed as the beneficiary. Attorney James Tracy, who represents Eric's family, said the trust held the business interest at the time of Eric's death. In this case, the real property transferred from being owned by Eric to be owned by the trustee of his trust, the lawyer said. Again, the fact that he was his own trustee doesn't make a difference. About 3 weeks after Eric's alleged murder, Corey sued Eric's trust for the money and assets that the trust lays claim to. That led to Thursday's hearing, during which the 3rd District Court Judge Richard Mrazek said Eric's trustee, his sister, gets the $2 million, not Corey. During the hearing, the judge considered 2 other motions from Corey's attorneys. First, that it was illegal for Eric to give the trust his business interest, and second, that the prenuptial agreement grants her the business interest instead. Although the judge denied both, Corey's attorney, Austin Knight, noted that the judge's rulings were partial summary judgments, which are simply preliminary rulings on the facts of the case. The judge today said that this was not a final judgment, so this doesn't end the case. Certainly, we will take the ruling and address next steps and go from there. Elsewhere in the case docket, Corey has filed a motion to remove Eric's sister as his trustee and make herself the trustee. Were she to win that motion, she could still receive the $2 million because it goes to the trust but not to Eric's family. The attorneys representing Eric's sister declined to comment after the hearing. The judge indicated the next thing to consider in this particular civil case is Corey's motion to wait until the criminal case is resolved to handle property rights issues. So that's what KPCW have reported, and this final sentence gives me the impression that Corey wants to wait till after the criminal proceedings. Don't know about you, but I read Court TV, which is here, and it said something else. There we go. The judge, so KTVX, which I can't access in the UK, reports the judge said all motions in question would be put on hold until the criminal trial is over. So either the judge said it or Corey said it. I'm not entirely sure which. But I'm rearranging. Brief summary. I've got it somewhere. I've got a lot of the documents, like the arrest warrant, etc. So let's have a look-see. So let's have a quick gander. No. Okay. Right. Where was I? That one. Okay. So if I go back up on here, and we will keep it about there. And then if I go into here, so what we already know. I'm sorry, I'm going to rearrange my table. There we go. According to Corey's arrest warrant, she allegedly poisoned Eric Richins on or around the 3rd of March 2022, causing his death. This was not the first time that the defendant had allegedly poisoned Eric, as he had expressed to his family previously that he thought she was trying to poison him. Following Eric's death, The defendant wrote a children's book about grief and loss and went on a book tour in her local area of Utah. There's also evidence of various life insurance policies on Eric that changed beneficiaries a few times before he died. There's so much going on. And Richins' attorneys have argued that there was no substantial evidence to support the charges. She's charged with first-degree aggravated murder and multiple counts of second-degree possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. So in other words, she's accused of poisoning her husband. Considering she's the one that said it was only her and the kids in the house, just follow the money. Because from what I understand, Eric and his business partner both had business insurances, whichever one it is. And if one of them died, the other one would get the business. Corey didn't know that. She kept trying to just put her name on it. She wanted money. Okay. So on June the 12th, 2023, Corey had a detention hearing. The judge denied bail, citing the aggravated murder charge and the evidence and motive presented during the hearing. Some of the evidence included digital records, phone activity documents, and the defendant's internet searches, which included phrases such as, quote, "Can cops force you to do a lie detector test? Luxury prisons for the rich in America." What does she think is going to happen? Really? Does she think she's going to get some luxury prison? Because, shocker, she's not. So another one, quote, "Death certificate says pending, will life insurance still pay? If someone is poisoned, what does it go down on the death certificate as? And how to permanently delete information from an iPhone remotely." There's some pretty damning internet searches. Other evidence includes testimony regarding the acquisition of fentanyl, the drug that killed Eric. Eric's sister said during her witness impact statement that the accused had previously attacked her, punching her in the face and neck. The state suggests the usual motive of money, and it seems that the universe heard this, because on June the 15th, 2023, it was reported that the defendant has filed a lawsuit against her late husband's estate, stating that she is being kept from property that is legally hers in the wake of her husband's death. That is the civil suit that we've just covered, where Corey didn't get anything. The two largest properties in question are the proceeds of half of Eric's business and their family home. Prior to his death, and perhaps because of his suspicions about being poisoned, Eric had established a trust and assigned his business interests to that trust. One of Eric's sisters is the trustee to that estate. Why is my computer being silly? There we go. That's better. It says there I've got one viewer, but then on my viewers list it's got 4. I don't know. Let me know if you are actually there. Yes, so trustees of state. Corey's legal team argues that the prenup trumps the trust, but the judge has clearly said no. That isn't no, basically. There we go. Okay. So there we go. And I found this quite fascinating. Utah law currently prohibits those convicted of homicide from profiting from their crime. Eric's family invoked this law on the 10th of May 2023, 2 days after the accused was arrested. This law is known as the Slayer Statute. What a name for a statute, the Slayer Statute. So, hang on, let me get this up. Eric's sister, on behalf of Eric's estate, has filed a lawsuit against Corey with numerous actions, including wrongful death, battery, stolen bank account money, fraudulent credit card charges, stolen tax payments, interference with retirement funds and other estate property, fraud, breach of contract, invasion of privacy and abuse of Eric's identity. That lawsuit that hasn't happened yet is worth $13 million, that's reported guesstimates. There will be a scheduling hearing on September the 1st for the criminal charges. So make sure you follow me, subscribe, whatever it is, because I'm going to be covering that. I've been covering this case from the start. I find it fascinating. I think it hooked me because of the poisoning. No, I'm a big fan of Agatha Christie, and she did like a bit of poison. Okay. And something else that's been bugging me about this case. Why did it take so long to arrest Miss Richins after her husband's death? It's almost a year. Like, what evidence did they have to find? Fascinating. And I also have, let me see if I can find it. I've got, as I said, some of the documents. Oh, I bet they're on my other one. They're on the other computer. God damn it. I can get them. I can find them. A light just went off. One of my grey lights just went off. Okay, let's go on to that one. Bear with me. I will find them. I will find them. I've actually shared them online. If you go to my YouTube channel, there is a link to a Google file. No, you will load the applications, Google. There we go, that's better. I assume that means that my internet is poop. I'm sorry if it is. And if it's lagging, jumping, whichever one it is. Right, where are the Richins documents? There they are. And then once I've actually got them open, I will share them. Fascinating, isn't it? I've also got Coburg's alibi. That's different. I'll give him that. Come on, computer. I've got a funny feeling that this is lagging poorly. But I guess I'll find out when I rewatch it. It's taken forever. But did you see Coburg's alibi? He was driving around at the time in that area. And it's just like, really? That's your alibi? You were driving in that area? It's not the best alibi, right? Okay, that is absolutely pooping itself. So let's try something else. There we go. There we go. I may need to start doing this downstairs. The internet is probably better down there. That is what is holding me up at the moment. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was so hopeful about doing everything on Twitch, but I don't think my computer can handle it. There we go. Okay. No, I don't know who the person is. I don't know who these people are. Okay. News. I just want news. I'm news on the people. But then again, I kind of following that anyway. So let's see what's in that one. And that one. And are you actually going to open this file? There we go. Right, what we I don't know. This isn't. Do you know what? There is one. Words. Let's see. We will. That one's trashy. And I will see if I can share it with you. So let's see if that. Yes, it has. Wonderful. Well, at least that bit's working. Okay. So Meghan Markle steps out in strapless black and white dress for pre-birthday dinner with Prince Harry. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex enjoyed their food and had a nice time, a source tells people. Who is this source? They like sauce. Must be making a lot of money, this person called Sauce. Meghan Markle made a style statement in a classic pattern during her latest outing with Prince Harry. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, joined by a friend, stepped out for dinner at Treloon in Montecito, California on Wednesday night. From what I gathered, they enjoyed their food and had a nice time, a source tells People. The night out may have served as an early birthday dinner for Meghan, who turned 42 on Friday. Isn't there rumours that that's not correct? Her age is all over the place. The Duchess of Sussex opted for a summer-ready black and white striped dress by Pose. The Theo strapless dress has a strapless silhouette that's both elegant and timeless. It's patterned with classic bone and black stripes and is designed for a close figure-hugging fit. Say that 5 times. According to the website, the dress, which retails for $239, is currently available for pre-order. And there's a picture of the children. The Italian restaurant is known for a God, is it really? Is it really? This is like dull as dishwater. Prince Harry, 38, and Meghan moved to her home state in 2020 after stepping back as senior members of the royal family. Don't get me started about their titles and stuff. They should not have their titles. While Prince Harry is often seen at the beach in Montecito and Meghan has been spotted at local markets, the couple mostly keep to themselves. Why do I care that they're getting pizza? Some locals wish the couple would more fully engage with the Montecito community, which counts Oprah, Katy Perry and Jeff Bridges as residents. Quite a lot of people are protective of them, say Montecito Journal columnist and resident Richard Mignards, while others are grumbling about a noticeable uptick in paparazzi. I've heard that too, that they've brought the paparazzi to that estate. The couple are also focused on their life as parents to Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Meghan's birthday will likely be highlighted by family time with Prince Harry and their kids and maybe a cake like they had for Lily last year. While Meghan doesn't typically celebrate her birthday publicly, she marked her milestone 40th birthday in 2021 by announcing her 40 by 40 initiative, encouraging people to commit 40 minutes of their time to support women returning to work. The announcement came with the help of Melissa McCarthy over a video call, and toward the end of the clip, Prince Harry made a surprise appearance showing off his juggling skills. I feel like I've got into a different universe or something. Right, okay. Wow, wasn't that boring? Do you have any opinions on Meghan and Harry? Should they keep their royal titles? I don't think so personally. But who am I? Only a British citizen who has to pay for them. I mean, I know that they may not. I don't think they get any money anymore. But like, oh, eh. Okay. Let's see if there's anything a little more interesting in the news. That just can't be it. Right, my Corey Richins is still pooping itself. Motion for bail, emails, lawsuit. Was it that one? I've got Corey Richins' arrest warrant if anyone is interested. I can share that. We can go through that. Let me know. And it's pooping itself again. There we go. Sorry if you heard that. That was my tummy. There we go. Okay. Nope, I pushed a button. Right. Okay. That one. That one. That one. Well, have you seen that Elon Musk is suing a non-profit? Yeah, he is that person. Because of course he is. They did some research into hate speech, and their researchers said that hate speech has increased since Elon Musk took over, and he's saying no, it hasn't. Sorry, I'm being petty. Being a little bit petty. Just a tad. He's just such a child. Can't just be me. Now, is this a better view? Maybe? No? Is it? Oh, I think it's okay. I don't know. Maybe. Right. Something is flashing at me and I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. Right, okay. Let's go back, shall we? So, Corey Richins, I've got, I think it was the arrest warrant. This one looks good. Yeah. So, let me share this document. Bear with. Now, this arrest warrant is something else. Let me get my drink. There we go. Let me double check you can see this. Yes, you can. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to zoom in. Let's have a look. What does that look like for yourselves? A bit better, isn't it? Just see if you can read. No. Oh, it is that one I want. That's better. Okay. Right. Anyway, so let's go through Corbyn's arrest warrant. Now, as I said, I do have links to this via my YouTube channel if you want to go and see all the documents for yourself. But this is the arrest warrant for Corey Richins for criminal homicide, a first-degree felony. So they allege that on or about March the 3rd, 2022, in Summit County, state of Utah, the defendant, Corey Richins, did intentionally or knowingly cause the death of another individual under any of the following circumstances. The actor committed homicide by means of the administration of a poison or of any lethal substance or of any substance administered in a lethal amount, dosage, or quantity. Furthermore, the defendant was a cohabitant with the victim. Charge 2, 3, 4. Charge 2, 3, and 4. Possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. So that's on or about January 22nd in Utah. Corey did knowingly and intentionally possess with the intent to distribute a controlled or counterfeit substance that was classified in Schedule 1 or 2. A controlled substance or a very big word that this one, gamma hydroxybutyric acid. That's a big word. And then, yeah, the other two are exactly the same. So 1 charge of first-degree murder and 3 charges of possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. And this information is supported by a statement of probable cause as follows. So this is why they've arrested her. This is why they think it's her. On March the 4th, 2022, at 03:22 hours, so 20 past 3 in the morning, Summit County Sheriff's deputies and EMS staff responded to a residence located at 282 Willow Court in Summit County on the report of an unresponsive male. How do I turn that off? It's really annoying. I don't know. Anywho, when they arrived, they found Eric on the floor at the foot of his bed. Life-saving measures were attempted, but Eric was declared deceased. During interviews with the deceased wife, the defendant, Corey, she stated that around 9 p.m. on March the 3rd, 2022, she and Eric were celebrating her closing on a house for her business. She stated that she made Eric a Moscow Mule in the kitchen and brought it to their bedroom, where Eric consumed it while sitting in bed. The only people in the house were the defendant, Eric, and their children. Corey stated she went to bed, and shortly after she went to sleep with one of the children in the child's bedroom because that child was having a night terror. Corey said she awoke around 3 a.m. and came back to her and Eric's bedroom. She felt Eric, and he was cold to the touch. That is when she called 911. Corey told law enforcement that when she left her room to go to her child's room, she left her phone plugged in next to her bed. Keep that in mind, it's going to come up in a bit, like in the next few sentences, okay? So she left her phone plugged in her and Eric's bedroom. She did not take it with her to the child's bedroom. But between when the defendant said she went to the child's room and when she called 911, the status on her phone shows that it was locked and unlocked multiple times, and there was also movement recorded on the phone. In addition, tolls on defendant's phone show that messages were sent and received during that time. These messages were deleted. I wonder what they say, I'd like to know. Following an autopsy and pursuant to toxicology findings from the autopsy, it was determined that Eric died from an overdose of fentanyl. The medical examiner, OME, which will be referred to as, indicated the level of fentanyl in Eric's system was approximately 5 times the lethal dosage. The medical examiner stated the fentanyl in Eric's system was illicit fentanyl and not medical grade fentanyl. It is also the opinion of the OME, after evaluating Eric's gastric fluid contents, that the fentanyl in Eric's body was ingested orally. After receiving the information regarding the toxicology, a search warrant was obtained for Eric and the defendant's residence. During the service of that search warrant, defendant's phone and several computers were seized as evidence. Warrants were obtained for all the electronic devices, and the information from those devices was downloaded. This is driving me around the absolute bend. Is that going to be any better? What do you reckon? Give it a minute. Is it? There we go. Oh, I think that might be better. If it ever does. There we go. Oh, that is a lot better. Okay, there we go. Once it's thought about it, I'll close all that. Did I go too big? No. Okay, so let's. Oh dear. Sorry, guys. My computer is shitting itself. Technical term. Okay, let's close the local news from there, and let's close Court TV. I think that's helped massively already, you know. Nice, hasn't it? Okay. Now, who quickly helped? Oh, yes, we want that one. Why can't I get rid of the menus? Viewing. Perfect. Right. Let's try again. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Yes, we're good. I think we're good. Mm, I wonder if I can make just a touch bit. I need to do a background bit there. Does that look like on there? I'm not going to be able to see, am I? Okay, and zoom out once more. There we go. Right, okay. Okay, so this is where we got to. Sorry. After receiving the information regarding the toxicology, a search warrant was obtained for Eric and the defendant's residence. We did that bit, the phones and the computers were seized. Warrants were obtained for all the electronic devices and the information was downloaded. When the investigators downloaded the defendant's phone, several communications between the defendant and CL were located. CL was identified as an acquaintance of the defendant. A check of CL revealed multiple counts of possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Yeah. On May 2nd, 2023, Summit County detectives interviewed CL, who told detectives that sometime between December 21 and February 22, the defendant contacted CL via text message and asked if CL could give defendant Corey some prescription payments for an investor who had a back injury. First of all, why would your investor, a friend, business associate, ask you to get them some drugs? Why, and why would you agree to do that? Why? Someone tell me why. I wouldn't. Anywho, within a few days, CL procured hydrocodone pills from a dealer. Defendant Corey told CL to leave the pills at a house the defendant was flipping in Midway, Utah, somewhere. CL left the pills at the house and the defendant Corey left cash for CL. It has been determined that this house was owned by Corey in December 21 and January 22. About 2 weeks later, defendant Corey contacted CL again and said that her investor wanted something stronger and asked for some of the Michael Jackson stuff. The defendant asked specifically for fentanyl. CL contacted a dealer in Ogden on February the 11th, 2022 and procured 15 to 30 fentanyl pills from that dealer. Defendant came to CL's home in Heber and CL delivered the pills to Corey. CL received $900 for those pills. 3 days later, on February 14th, 2022, Eric and Corey had a Valentine's Day dinner at their Kamas home. Shortly after the dinner, Eric became very ill. Eric believed that he had been poisoned. Eric told a friend that he thought his wife was trying to poison him. About 2 weeks later, the defendant contacted CL again, asking for another $900. Bear with. There we go. Where was I? CL contacted the Ogden dealer on February 26th and procured the pills. The defendant told CL to leave the pills at the outdoor fire pit of Midway House, where there was cash waiting for her. 6 days later, on March the 4th, 2022, Eric was found dead of a fentanyl overdose. This information is based on evidence obtained from Justin Hemingway, Deputy O'Driscoll.